I'm going to show you 2 ways of how to get a natural hairline on your wigs. 2 ways to get your pluck on, so stay tuned. This is my preferred way. I feel like you get better results and you have more control over how well that hairline comes out. And what I mean is using a mannequin head. My mannequin head and the stand is linked in my Amazon storefront, and that Amazon storefront link is in the description box. So you can go ahead, click it, and see everything that I'm using in today's video. Start off with some water, because the water is going to soften up the lace and is going to soften up the hair and allow you to pluck the hairs out without damaging the lace too much and getting too many holes in it. And it's important to get you a nice sharp pair of tweezers. That way it's going to pluck the hair right on out and you don't have to put too much struggle on it, which causes a lot of holes. Now, in my opinion, it's best to start with the hair all pulled back, okay? For beginners, if you want to start it off how I did it with the baby hair still in the front, you can, but pull all of the hair back like this and it's going to be the easiest way to get it started. Why? Because the first thing you're going to do is create the shape of the hairline that you want. Now, I know some people have been doing that, like that African trend hairline. I don't do that because that's like a widow's peak. My natural hairline actually goes back in the center of my forehead. So I'm trying to get it to match how my natural hairline looks. That way it'll look the most natural when I put the wig on. So the goal is create the shape that you want. You see how my hairline looks in real life? That's the shape that I'm going for on this wig. So that's what flipping all the hair back in the front is going to help you do. Create the shape first. After we finish kind of creating the shape, we will then go in and thin out the wig in the areas that we feel needs thinning. So you're going to take small sections of the hair, flip it to the front. If the wig starts getting dry and stuff like that, just spray it again with some water. Like I said, the water is going to help the process, okay? So what I'm doing is actually just kind of thinning out the bluntness of how thick the hairline is. Now, I'm not going to lie. This wig hairline wasn't too bad. The most problematic thing about it to me was the shape straight across. Like, my hairline is not like that. But overall, it wasn't too thick. If you have a thicker wig, you will just be plucking for a longer time. This took me about 20 minutes to get the results I wanted. I'm literally just thinning out the wig and just getting it to how I want it. So you're gonna brush it back, see if there's areas that need some tweaking. If you see some areas that needs tweaking, then you're just gonna go ahead and you're just going to pluck it out. This is the easiest way to do a hairline. This is how it looked when I first started, y'all. And then this is what it looked like after I got finished plucking it. A huge difference. And yes, I did pop holes in it. So be careful and don't put too much force on it, y'all, because you will pop holes in the wig like I did. This is what the wig looked like installed. And I did do a review on this wig along with the second wig that you'll see. And both videos are linked in the description box, so check them out. So this is another option. I don't prefer this, but this is one way you could pluck a wig if you don't have a mannequin head. You need it plucked. This is what you're going to do. You're going to pop the wig on your head. You're going to look at it. You're going to spray it down. And you're going to do exactly the same thing that you did on the mannequin head. Start with all of the hair pulled back. And then you're going to try to create the shape that you want. Again, if you're going for the widow's peak, go for the widow's peak. If you're going for something a little more jagged, go for that jagged. If you want it pushed back in a U shape like how I do in the center, do that. I do what fits my face. So everyone's hairline may not look different at the end. The shape may not look different. The only thing that would be very similar is the thinness, the thinning out of the hairline that you decide to do to the hairline. So anyways, I'm doing the same thing, but plucking in a backward motion and looking in the mirror and having full on control is just not the same as using a mannequin head where you could twist and turn it and you can get in front of the wig, behind the wig, pluck it in different directions. When you have it on your head, it's a lot different. It's a lot harder, in my opinion. Someone else may experience it being easier, but not to me. And yes, this lace is very thin, bomb lace, I must say. Both wigs are from the same collection from Sensational. So I popped holes in both because the lace was really thin. So you do have to be careful when dealing with a thin lace. All in all, it really didn't matter because once I melted it down, it blended like crazy. You couldn't even see the holes. But I'm literally doing the same thing, y'all. I'm going in small sections, parting some hair out, and in the areas I feel like I want it to be a little more thinned out, I'm gonna go ahead and thin it out. Again, make sure that tweezer is sharp, girl, so it can do what it needs to do. So this is what it's looking like. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all that the results on this did not come out as amazing as the results that I did on a mannequin head. Either way, it still did something. So if you needed to get something done, y'all, it's still going to get something done. It may not look as great as it does when using a mannequin head, but it's going to be a difference still. So you can see I don't have that same jagged straight across line. So I'm like, okay, we're kind of getting somewhere with it. But yeah, it's the same process. You're just going to have to take your time, section it out in small pieces, make sure that it's wet while you're doing it, and pluck in tiny amounts. Don't pluck chunks at a time. Chunks is going to rip it. So this is what it looked like when I started, as you can see, and this is what it looked like now. So there is a difference, okay? It's definitely different. Now, you can see the side by side that it does not look exactly the same, and this is what it looked like installed on my head. So a mild little plucking I did with this one, y'all. I wasn't going to go too crazy because, like I said, doing it on my head is a lot harder. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know which way that you prefer. All right, so the video is over. Thank you so much for watching. Now, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section, and I'm gonna go ahead and chit chat with y'all. You know I love to do it. Bye.